We have to be really intentional about our life. We have so much power that we leech to other people. The first half of my life was about empowering other people at the detriment of myself. I didn't know how to even support myself in anything. If somebody threw me a morsel, I was just happy. My name is Jill Naraki. This is The Powers in the Exhale. I just want you to lean into those uncomfortable places in your life. Can we just for a moment sit with them? Let them marinate there for a little while. Don't let it define us, but say, instead of why is this happening to me, can we say, what is this trying to teach me? In what ways have I totally betrayed myself when I feel betrayal from somebody else? Because usually that's what it means. If we're very hurt about somebody else's actions or we're judging somebody else, it's because we have let ourselves down in that very way, in maybe a different shape or form. But it's so hard to look at that. We don't want to sit in those uncomfortable places. What if we embrace transitions? This society doesn't embrace transitions. They love to celebrate the person who got through it. So you think about this is a sad, for instance, Robin Williams. What if his story was to end the way it ended, because it did end that way? It isn't what we desired for him or his family desired for him, but maybe it was to inspire somebody else to seek help. Maybe that was his soul contract, to show his beauty in the world, but he didn't have boundaries. He didn't have ways to make himself feel good. He knew how to make everybody else feel good, and he couldn't flip the switch. And you know what? It's tragic and it's sad, but that was his soul contract. How many people did he save in his lack of being able to save himself? I mean, I don't even know that, but I'm just thinking, when our time is up, that is when our soul contract is up, whether the people around us want that for us. It isn't about that. It's what do we do in that time that we're here? We have so much power, but every time we're in a really bad place, nobody else likes you being in a bad place either. Everybody wants you to get out of it. Hurry up so that nobody's uncomfortable. Stop being sad. But what is the sadness teaching you? What is sad? Where do you feel it in your body? Let yourself be there for a little bit. And if we as human beings could sit with other people in that sadness instead of trying to cheer them up, and then we only give them a time limit. Well, you got to stop grieving, get moving on with your life. Yeah, we get stuck, but everybody has different amounts of time that it takes. It's uncomfortable. So why don't we lean in? What if our superpower is in how we sit with people that are in transition and they're in a messy, messy, messy part of their life? And we have to really have a good distinction between enabling and in letting people be in their messy and sitting with them so that they can love themselves again and they can heal and move forward. My name is Jill Naraki. This is The Powers in the Exhale. I think of transitions all the time because I have to say that the only places I've grown really well in my life are because of hard times, hard thoughts. But I was always thinking it was someone else's fault. Oh, this person was such a jerk. This person treated me like this. I can't believe it. But you know what? What I realized, the power is in focusing on me. Why did I think that was good in my life? Why did I think that was enough? Why did I think that was an indicator of what actual love is? It's because I didn't have a sense of love of self at all, like very little. I mean, I knew that I have to say that my value is in how I made other people feel, always. That's what I learned. So now what I'm learning in my 50s is how we love ourselves, the dedication and the commitment we put on ourselves, and love ourselves through those transitions. When we're in the muck, we just shame and blame, and we think we're terrible and we made bad decisions and we're defined by those decisions. Well, who says? Maybe that's what happened in the past, but that doesn't predict future at all. The thoughts and patterns and beliefs that we create up here are the things that either propel us forward, keep us stuck, or keep us in the past. So I'm just encouraging you to lean into those transitions. But we have to also say, what is it trying to teach me? We just keep stuck in this loop And we keep making the same mistakes, and we just say, oh, it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault, I can't do it. You know what? You can't do it that way anymore. What if I say, can we do this a different way? And that's it. No judgment, no blame, no shame. Just, can I do this differently? Can I see this differently? And pause and breathe and spend some time there. We create our life experience by all the things that either we hold or don't hold in our brains and our hearts and our body. And I am here to say that we can get ourselves out of it, but we have to allow ourselves to sit in it. I think of something like this. This is a good analogy. So water glass. Water glass is absolutely beautiful. You find it on the beach. It's buffed water that, or glass that was tumbled over time, and lots of probably chaos to get it that way. When you back up and look at the timeline of water glass, the water glass was a glass, a utility, like a bottle. It held something, or a glass to drink out of. So it was functional, and we love that. We love function. So in human beings, here's the parallel. We love when people are functional. As soon as they're dysfunctional, then we kind of toss them aside and we wait again for them to become functional again. So water glass. So it was a glass, it was a bottle, it broke. Now we're afraid. We hate shattered pieces. We hate the little things we could get slivers. We're fearful. It's going to hurt. It's a pain in the ass. We have to clean up stuff. When you think about broken glass, it's an inconvenience. It's so annoying. So think about all the time between that vessel that was a utilitarian vessel, that it was a glass that you could drink out of, or something that held something. Then it becomes broken and we're just annoyed and we just get rid of it. We throw it out or dispose of it. And then all of a sudden we have water glass after how many hundreds of years of tumbling in the ocean, and we're like, wow. And we put it on our mantle. Okay, we put it in a display case because we found it on the beach. The magic happened because of that transitional period, because of the ugly, because of this fearful, because of the scary. I believe that people are that same way. Take a breath with me. I get excited, if you can't tell. So people like you to be utilitarian. In society, we are functional. We are not good if we're not functioning. Okay, as soon as we're not functioning, just like the broken glass, all of a sudden we're just crap. We're thrown out. People are fearful. You're scared of getting slivers. You're scared of cutting yourself. You're scared of missing pieces because you dropped it on the floor and you might pick it up later. But then we love water glass. So what? It just sometimes doesn't make sense. How come we can't see the beauty and sit with the people that are in that broken state and love them until they see their beauty? That's not lecturing. That's not telling them how to do something. It's just sitting with somebody and holding up a mirror and saying, look at how beautiful you are. I see the beauty through the muck. And waiting, however long that takes. We don't like things that don't take a certain amount of time. Think about a caterpillar. We love a caterpillar because it goes into a cocoon. There's a certain amount of days that science has said that it'll come out, and it's a beautiful butterfly. People don't have a date. We are in the cocoon as long as we decide to be in that cocoon. So, but people don't like it. It's uncomfortable. I feel it right in the pit of my stomach when I think of somebody's messy life. And then we're so relieved when they get out of it. They make movies out of these success stories. They don't make movies out of the ones that don't make it through. They just go, oh, they failed. What if they didn't fail? What if that was just their story? And what if it was there to inspire somebody else in that journey that was at that point to say, I want to make different choices for me? Sometimes, so I work with seniors, and I also see this. So as soon as a senior isn't functioning anymore, so they don't think like they used to, they're not rationally thinking, they might burn themselves on the stove, they are incontinent of bowel or bladder, people don't like it, it's messy, they don't know what to do with it, they put them in a nursing home because they can't handle it. Thankfully, they will put them in a place or assisted living that they can handle it. But a lot of people are very afraid of going there. They don't know how to handle people in transitions. It's like so uncomfortable. But as soon as they transition to a hospice setting and they say they're given 1 to 2 weeks to live, the family comes like flies. They just come in. And then they're there and they're sitting there until the person passes, and then they have their ashes and then they're put on a mantle and in dedication and memory. I'm not blaming, shaming. I'm just observing. I see this. People don't like transitions. Teenagers, they're awful. They can make us crazy. We can't wait till they're out of it. What about our beauty of sitting with them in it? Saying, hey, what does this mean to you? We always just point out all the crappy behavior they're doing, and we just can't wait for it to be over. Toddlers, terrible twos. We do it through every stage of life. I equate it to the caterpillar. We like that one because that scientifically says this many days and then you're a beautiful butterfly. But we don't think about, well, what happens when that cocoon doesn't open, because sometimes it doesn't. And we just say, oh, well, it just happened. I just think of a lot of things and how transitions, we hate them as humans because there is no timeline for human messiness. But what if our beauty is in the way we sit with them? I think of Father Greg Boyle. He runs the largest gang rehabilitation center in the world. And they don't come with a message or a lesson. Their whole motto is listen, listen, love, love. They believe that everybody is unshakably good. I'm getting winded out here. I'm going to change my camera angle. Woo. And what if we believe we are all unshakably good? We have made decisions that were just horrible based on many, many, many beliefs about our life, the way we were raised. What if we hold up a mirror to people and show them their beauty? I think one of my gifts is I can see beautiful in just about anything. And that became a part of my role as a people pleaser. When you have people that are behaving poorly around you and they're your family and they define who you are, you have to, for survival, find the beauty. So I find the beauty in anything. I mean, look at a piece of coal that turns into a diamond. We all of a sudden celebrate it, you know, but in that interim, it's messy. So can you lean into the messy? Can you lean in and soften? Can you just say, you know what? I'm with you through this. I am not going to be manipulated. I'm not going to enable, but I'm here with you. I love you. I love you through it. We have to know ourselves enough to protect ourselves so we don't absorb other people's crazy, messy behaviors. But if we just listen, listen, love, love, believe people are unshakably good. What if our superpower is how we sit with people through our transitions, because that's painful, and how we don't, you know, just don't judge. And can we not judge ourselves through the transitions? That's, whew. I think I lived on judgment and I was just surviving. I didn't learn to thrive. I didn't learn to thrive until I could get rid of all the judgments. Just stop. Just get rid of it. I had to leave it behind. So my name is Jill Naraki. This is The Power is in the Exhale. I know this is a long one, but it's the ramblings of my mind in my 50s. I want to thrive. I want to create human beings that thrive in this world instead of just survive. Work through the transitions and the painful periods and not be shamed and blamed and judged by them. We all have them, and we all do them in different ways. And, you know, we're all unshakably good. I believe that to my toes. I hope you join me. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram if this speaks to you. Most of my talks are not this long. I just had to spend a little time on that one. I love the analogy of the water glass because we celebrate the vessel that was useful, and then we really are fearful of the broken stages, and then we celebrate the beautiful water glass at the end. Human beings do the same thing with other humans and even anything in nature. Just think about it. Thanks.